we're going to draw two structures, two skeletal structures from these condensed structures and the additional information about whether the double bond is cis or trans. So we'll start up here. I'm going to start with the double bond. It's a cis double bond, so I know that I want the groups on each side of it going the same direction. I'm going to make them go up. Now I've got these CH2 groups. I've got 7 of them. I can tell because of the way it's written and it's CH2 that they're going to be in a line with 7 carbons long. So here, this is the carbon that goes with the double bond. So this carbon here is the first of 7. So it's 1. And I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have a methyl group on the end. On the other side, that CH is right here. So this CH2 is the first of 5 methylene groups, those are called. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I've got a COOH. You need to recognize that functional group. Look it up on your info sheet. It is a carboxylic acid. I leave the C implicit. I make the O's and the H attached to the O. This is a carboxylic acid group. It is not an alcohol. It is not an aldehyde or ketone. It's the whole thing together as a carboxylic acid. All right, let's do the next one. This is not a standard IUPAC name, but all these spaces tells us something about how we're going to have to put it together. It tells us we've got this molecule here, a disulfide. That's just an S bonded to an S. And these spaces tell us that one of these groups is going to be bonded on one side of the S and the other group is going to be bonded on the other side. So I'm going to do the methyl first. Doesn't really matter how I draw it. I'll draw it off there. Now I go here. It's butene attached on. So there's the beginning of my butene. That's 1 carbon, 2, 3, 4. And the double bond comes at 1. So it goes from 1 to 2. Now I just drew that randomly. Just drew my, not randomly, just drew it going out in one direction. Now I'm going to look back. It says trans. So I need to double check if it's trans and redraw it if I did it wrong. Along this double bond, the S is on one side, this ethyl group's on the other. Those are opposite to each other, so this is trans. If I had done something like this instead, then I would have seen that the S and this ethyl group were on the same side, and that would be cis. So this is the one I would then take, this trans one is the one I would take and enter in on my online drawing tool.